Hey, I'm going to take you for a quick tour around the chalet and I'll show you how everything works. Okay, so we're going to go over here we're on the passenger side. This very first bin is just storage and it goes all the way up and through it. Okay, this second bin is for your LP gas. And if you watch, I'll try to do this. You get the, trying to do this one-handed isn't easy. But you get that pulled up and you get your door open and that'll hold it. But be careful because those will rip off really easy. This is where your LP gas goes. If you were going to get it filled up, this is where it gets filled. Get a professional to do that for you. This is where you turn it on and off. You turn it counterclockwise and now the gas is on. Okay, that's how you want to run it. You turn it clockwise, the gas is off. Okay, I'm going to turn it counterclockwise because I'm going to run the gas here for you and show you some things. Okay, and there's the meter that shows how full it is. Right now it's showing pretty dang full. Okay, so that's your LP gas system. I'm going to close this door here for you. Here, I'll show you what you do. I'm going to push it with my hip to take the pressure off of it. I'm going to lift this little clip away. Then I'm going to let the door go down some. Closed it up. Now look, whenever you close the doors, you have to give them a push. I'll use my foot since I'm using my hand here. But you give it a push and that makes sure everything clicks closed, okay? This little dealie here is what holds the door in place. You just slide it over here. You drop it in there, and there you go. All right. The step is pretty easy to operate. You just grab it, you lift it up, and you slide it back. Okay, it slides all the way in. Pull it out, just lift up a little. Yeah. Slide it out. There you go. Pretty straightforward. Okay, way important. Always put the stair up before you drive away. Always. When you lock that door, the next thing you want to do is tuck that stair up. You'll be really sad if you don't do that. Cool, thanks. Hey, here's the door. Big deal. Don't use this to open and close the door. It sucks. You'll break it. You'll be sad. Use this or this. Slide that guy open, grab the door, okay? The door can hook together with this so they'll move together as one door. This little panel slides open so you can get at the interior latch and handle. The green key does the top, lock, unlock. The yellow key does this door, locked, up, unlocked, down. So yellow. The pink key on here does all the bins. The purple key does the ignition. We'll get to that in a while. Okay, and if you need to add water while you're on your trip, this is where that is done. Water. Just put a hose in there, dump it in. Remember, if it's coming from a garden hose, it's going to taste like a garden hose. Lock it up when you're done. Pink key, right? Pink key. Lock it up when you're done. This is the back storage bin. It goes all the way through also. When I'll open it from the other side and you'll be able to see it goes all the way through. If you rent camp chairs, this is where you'll find them. Here we go. Notice there's a little corner damage here. That's from the tail swing problem. People don't notice that the tail's going to swing the opposite direction and you snag on things. Notice the bumper's been pulled out a bit too. You can see from the other side. And there's a little damage up top. Don't worry about that. I've documented that so we know that's going to be okay. So yeah, there's a nice ladder. There's a rooftop thing up there, but don't use any of it. That is verboten. Do not use it, okay? Don't use the ladder. Don't store on top. We can see that it's bent a little bit. It's a drag. And then this corner's been damaged just a little bit. Okay, so over here in this first bin is a big storage bin. You can see it kind of goes all the way through back there. I'll show you when I open it from the other side. Camp chairs, if you have camp chairs, they're in here. There's a tarp. And there's a little bag of odds and ends, some ropes and clips and stuff to help you with the tarp if you want to use it. Also in here is the water hose, which I'm going to take with because we're going to go use it. Okay. This bin is for where you empty the sewage. The hose hooks onto this guy. It's super easy. You can see how it just hooks on there. This is for the gray water, this handle, the front one. The back one, the little one back here, that's the black water. You do that one first. After that one's done, you close it off. And then you come back up and you do this one second. And then you close it off. And then you put the dust cap back on here. Okay? I'll show you all of this stuff in a little while. Okay? And then that's what that all looks like in there. Okay, over in this bin, then, this is the other side. All right, we'll clip this guy up here like that. Okay, and in here, we have a couple of things. We have your sanitation black water dump hose. And we have a bunch, these are leveling planks, so you can put wheels on top of those guys in whatever way you need to, in order to make your vehicle level. And there's some stuff down. There are some gloves here for when you're doing the dumping the water, and then there's hand sanitizer there for you. Okay. Okay, so to do the dump, we're just gonna pull the hose out of here. Okay, and I'm just going to give you the abbreviated version of it here, not the full thing. Okay, you undo the hose. This crooked end goes into the ground. This end just hooks up here. So you undo the gas, you untwist this, you hook this guy on, you twist him on. You do your thing, you push that, pull back that little handle here, this one, till everything's done draining, and you listen, you shake the hose, all that stuff. I'll show you again. And then push it back in. Then you come and you do this front handle and you pull it out and you listen to all the water running. You shake, 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 and then you push it in. Okay, then you disconnect the hose from here, and you hose with the garden hose they provide you, and you wash out this guy so he's really clean, so he's not disgusting and gross in here. He'll be clean, right? And then you put this dust cap back on there. That's really important. Okay, the hose doesn't fit perfectly. You just have to wrangle it in a little. I'll show you. Okay, so all I did was push the lid down a little bit, wrangle it in, but it's all good to go. Okay, so that's all you have to do. Get this guy back in here. Notice I gloved up one hand here. Glove up your hands to stay clean. Use the hand sanitizer when you're done. Okay. Then you throw this stuff back in. There you go. See, so that's all loaded up. I like to put this stuff here to try to keep the rolling to a minimum. That was just extra stuff. There you go. And then with all these bins, when you undo them, you unhook, okay? Let it drop down. You push in and you latch, and that way you're sure that you're latched, okay? There's your gas cap. You're going to lose the gas cap. Try not to lose the gas cap. It just clicks to the left, comes off, sticks back in there, you know, in a regular way, clicks back clockwise, and that's that, okay? That's all there is to it. In, out. Alrighty? But don't lose it, okay? We're missing some bolts and the hubcap has some damage. Okay, this is where your electricity comes from. It's either as we see here, or we kind of see here, it's plugged into this silver thing. That's where your electricity comes from, the generator, okay? If you're gonna plug in at a campsite, then you just unplug this guy, okay? And you plug him into a 30 amp. That's 30 amp, 30, okay? There's also an adapter you can plug this guy onto and then get regular household 3-prong. I'll show you that in a little while. You have your electrical, okay? I showed you before, this is how this is plugged in, and that runs from the generator. If you want to, you plug it into 30 amp, okay? Plug it into 30 amp, or you can take this handy little dude that I showed you before, okay? It plugs into this guy. It's kind of hard to do one-handed, but there you have it. There you have it. Now they're plugged together and you have the 3-prong. So then you can plug that into an extension cord from somebody's house, okay? Okay, and that but always have this plugged in here. It either needs to be plugged in here or into a landline so that you're getting power, okay? Otherwise you won't have electricity. And that's behind this little door. You just keep this little door closed, okay? So that's where that is. See what it says? Okay, there you go. That's your electricity. This is where the water hooks up. Okay, that white hose, you unscrew this guy. Okay, and you hook up the pressure regulator. I'll show you that. It hooks up here, it's your pressure regulator. So you have to undo this. It's a little spastic trying to do it one-handed, and I apologize. And then your pressure regulator goes on here. Okay. And you tighten it down by holding one and turning the other. You hold one and turn the other. I just don't have two hands to quite show you that. Okay. You can see the end here just screws in, right? That hooks up to your source. This is what screws in there, okay? So that's how all your water stuff works. White hose goes in there, pressure regulator, we're all set to go there. Otherwise, plug this back up and make sure it's good and tight. Here, I'm gonna have to do this a little bit spastic, okay? Okay, so there it is with it back on. You just screw this that way and turn this that way to get it all back together. Okay, this panel, you shouldn't need to go behind it, but what you got here is your heating system. This is where the LP gas and stuff is done, but you really shouldn't need to go in here. So just don't mess with any of this, okay? Just wanted to show you what it was so you would know what it was. And this little thing keeps it closed, just leave it alone. This is where your exhaust comes out from your propane, so just don't block that or anything. Okay, this next bin, it's the generator, but you don't do anything down here. I'm just showing you this so you'll know what's behind that bin door, but don't do anything with it, okay? This is your front. See, we're by the front of the car. This is your front storage bin. And in here is that, and you can see, you can peekaboo through, and that's where we're looking to the other side where it shoots through, so you have lots of storage down here as well. Okay, so that's what we look on the outside here. We know we have a little damage, some missing bolts and stuff. We have a little dent here, a little crack on the corner light there. We know about all that. There's a little repair job up there, and that's all. So we're otherwise good there, okay? Okay, way important, always put the stair up before you drive away. Always. When you lock that door, the next thing you want to do is tuck that stair up. You'll be really sad if you don't do that. Cool, thanks. Okay, here we go. We're going to go ahead in and take a look at what's going on inside. So the first thing is, notice, fire extinguisher. Anything happens, it's a full charge. Just pull it out and use it. Shouldn't have any problem, but if you do, use it. Okay, Down here is where the electricity gets turned on and off. This just runs battery service, so you only get a limited amount. You either need to be plugged in to a landline, you know, plugged into an outlet externally, or be running the generator to get full electricity. But this turns your power on. This turns your power off. So when you're driving around, you can probably have it off, okay? But as soon as you start using it, just flip that guy on, okay? Now all your electricity is on. There are 2 light switches here. This one works the porch light. You flip it on, and there you go. There's your porch light, okay? The other one says ceiling. It works your ceiling light, which is up there, see? Okay, I wanted to show you a few things in here. Down here inside, under the fridge, we have a little utility cabinet for you. It's got a little space heater. That's only going to work if the generator's running or you're plugged into a landline. Some jumper cables if you need it. Here's a little dustpan. Really nice toolkit. Lots and lots of good tools in there. So almost anything you need to work on, you've got tools. Hopefully you won't need to work on anything. Call me. If you need to fix something in here, let me know, because I want to hear about it, okay? And then in there also you will find this little box. It has 2 really cool things in it. This, which you must use if you're running water externally. It's your pressure regulator. See, it says pressure regulator. Okay, you have to use that. It screws in first where the hose goes, and then the hose goes in here. Totally self-explanatory. This is your adapter for another way to get electricity. You take that huge 3-prong plug I showed you, and you plug it into here to this end, and then, that looks familiar, right? And then you just plug that into regular household current, and there you have it. Okay, so that's the other way you get electricity. So you have 3 choices. You know, the campground, 30 amp, no more, not 50, only 30 amp. So you can plug into a 30 amp circuit, you can plug into a house, like through an extension cord, or you can run the generator. All 3 of those modes will get you what you want, which is electrical power, okay? This just stows down in here. Okay. So, and there you go. So there's all of that stuff. All right. See, down here we have an LP gas leak detector. See how it says it's operating? This thing is on all the time. Okay, don't mess with it. Don't do anything. It'll just tell you if there's a problem. There's not going to be a problem. So there you have that. Okay. Right here we have our drawers. Bottom drawer has a bunch of utility stuff in it, and it has this wand. It also has that lighter, also has matches to light the stove with. You've got some scissors, some cards, an extra trash bag, a lint roller in case you need it. The instructions for using the fire extinguisher if you need that. Let's hope nobody needs that. A little duct tape, because hopefully nobody will need that. Grabbing the wand here because we're going to start the stove in a minute. Okay, here's all your cook utensils and your can opener and all that stuff. Hopefully that'll be enough to make you able to cook. And then here's all your utensils and stuff. Okay, if there's 6 of you, there'll be 6. Otherwise, there'll be the appropriate number. And your sharp knives are here too, so you don't cut yourself. Please don't put the sharp knives down with the utensils. Keep them up here so nobody gets cut. Okay? Alrighty then. Up here, we have this nice control panel. Okay? It does 3 things. It shows you the levels of everything. Sadly, those sensors on the tanks don't work properly anymore. They're both completely empty, but it shows 1/3 full. Okay? It shows that the fresh water has a little bit in there, and that's true. And it shows that the gas is only partly full, but I know that it's completely full. I just filled it. Okay. So that's where we start, is with those settings. And that just tells you information. That's all this does. To turn the water heater on, you just flip this guy. The water heater pilot goes on. And now you've got the water heater going on. Okay, but leave that off unless you're going to use hot water. Okay, water pump. You're always going to have this on, so just turn the water pump on. It makes a little noise. Don't know if you heard that, but it just goes brrr, like that, and then it's on. Okay, and whenever you run water, it makes noise. So if we run water, can you hear? It just shudders a little bit. That's normal. That's the sound it makes, okay? So don't you even worry about that. I'm going to turn the pump off for right now because I just wanted to show you that, all right? So, pump off. Okay, here's our stove. The easy way to do this is just to light your burner. You turn the burner on, spark it up. There you go. There you go. So just spark it up, okay? Turn it off. Okay, so I played with the pilot, and the oven pilot isn't working well. So if you want to bake, it's really easy. You just have to do it the old-fashioned way. You open up the oven. I have to prop the phone up here. It's going to be a little funny to do this. It's kind of a two-handed job, but you can more or less see what's going on in there. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to light a match. Get up under there by the pilot light, okay? I'm going to turn the oven on to 250. Okay, see the pilot light lit. Now I'm going to get my hand out of there. Okay. And now our pilot's burning. And let's just say we want to do 350. We'll turn it up to 350. There's a delay. And then the gas fires up. Okay, so that's how you do it. It's very safe. You just have to, I just don't want you running that pilot light while you're in here. So just manually light it anytime you're going to use the oven. And then, of course, just turn it off and everything shuts off, as you can see. But I couldn't get the pilot light to run, so we're just going to be really safe with that. Okay? So that's how we work the oven. Okay, so you have a shower, you just turn it on. It'll start pumping. See, it'll make a lot of noise. It pumps water. Right, it pumps the water out. It sucks. Doing it on my arm here, live for you, but no big problem. Okay, if you're going to use the shower, take a camp shower. Get yourself wet, turn off the water, soap up, rinse off, turn the water off again, because it's going to use a lot of water and you're going to be sad. It's going to fill up your tank, holding tank, and it's also going to run you out of water. So shower sparingly. Okay, here's your sink, or your bathroom sink. It runs. You could hear the water going crazy there. We got all your supplies back here. TP and all that stuff is back here in the closet. Alrighty. There are more supplies down here, including this AquaChem. The instructions are right on it. You just, every few days, every 2 or 3 days, you pour one in there. That's all you need to do. Pretty easy. The way you work the toilet's pretty straightforward. More water with number 2, less water with number 1. You use the underside little thing here. There is a, see the little white thing? And then that actuates filling the tank. See how we're filling the tank? Okay, with this little guy, the little white guy. Okay, slide him back rather than letting go. So you pull it up to fill, see it's filling, let go. Okay, and then when you're ready, you pop this guy open, that flushes in, you can hear the water running too, so flushes and drains, and then you let it go. And then there you have it. That's all you'd need to do to use the toilet. A little overhead light. You have a vent here. Just crank this to open your vent. Do that to run your fan. Okay? Be sure to close the vent. Don't drive around with the vent open. Make sure the vent stays closed if you're not driving around. Also make sure your lights are all off. You don't want to drain your battery. Okay, got a little smoke detector back here for you. This fan or vent operates by just turning counterclockwise to open, clockwise to close. Afraid the fan doesn't work right now, but we'll get that fixed for you. I will. Closet, you got some hangers and stuff in there. In the storage bin here is where all your blankets are and one sleeping bag. The rest are up front. But all the blankets for sleeping up front are stored back here because this is the easiest bin. So you can see 2 here, and there are 2 more back here. There's also your trash can back here, and there's also a broom. Go around here. Watch your head. Don't hit your head on this thing, okay? Just watch your head on that. All right? So you got 2 more blankets. This is where all your towels, washcloths, hand towels, and everything are stored. There's your broom. There's a waste paper basket for you. Here's some more, hangers, closet space. There are little drawers. We threw a little reading material in here, but you can just, store in there. I'm afraid this window doesn't open right now. I'll work on it, and maybe it will open. But right at the moment, you can't get this one open. But the rest of them are easy. You just pull that down and slide open, and there you have it, right? Pull that down, slide open, and there you have it. Might as well leave it open. It's a hot day today. Okay, so that's the bathroom, that's the shower, that's the bedroom. I'll show you how to get that pilot light lit. You saw how the kitchen works. It's the microwave. Microwave's only going to work when power is on, okay? Here's your air conditioning, okay? On and all that stuff. The vents, wide open, closed. Temperature, start it off with this not on, start with it way up here. And then once it's running, do this, okay, and get it cooler. But this only works when you have AC power, which means it only works when you're plugged in or when you're running the generator. And then here are the obvious settings for that. Okay? Fridge and freezer. I want to show you here. You turn the fridge on the on button. Okay? It's going to go to auto, and it's on. It's going to run off the LP gas. You saw it switch because that's what we're on now. If you get plugged into AC, into regular power, then it's going to switch over and be on the AC so that you're using the electricity instead of gas. Okay? That's how you do that. Use the temp set to set your temperature. It should be good. Mode should be fine. Don't change that. And then to turn it off, you just push it again and hold it a little bit. And it comes off. There you go. It's a nice size freezer. Nice size fridge. Sorry, it looks a little grungy maybe, but that's all stains, and I'm sorry. But it's not brand new. You saw what was in the bin. That's where all the tools and stuff are. There again is your LP gas detector. We have another smoke and carbon monoxide detector right there as well. Okay. So next bin. This is for you to store stuff in. That bin. That's just for you, especially for food. Over here, I'm sorry we skipped a bin. That's all your paper products and everything. Okay, lots of good stuff. Coffee filters and your Mr. Coffee. He's only going to work when you're running the generator or when you're plugged into AC. AC current is what I mean, like a landline. All your cookware and everything is in the galley cabinet here. There are pots, pans, fry pans, lids. There's a kettle. All right. Here's a bowl with all this measuring stuff. It's really cute. There are measuring spoons, measuring cups. Here are your plates. Here's your cutting board. All right. Your cups, your glasses are right here. Your coffee cups are right here. There are your bowls, and there's some storage stuff for you. Salt and pepper. Okay. Paper towels. There's more paper up in the closet. All righty. Down here under the oven is a drawer that has your oven mitts and also all your plastic and foil and all that stuff. Okay. Under the sink, you have some plastic bags just to help you out. You have some Glad bags. You have some disinfecting wipes. This is where I just keep all the sponges and the dishwashing cleaner, right? This stuff. That's just all in the bag here to keep it kind of contained. There are 2 nice little wash brushes here as well. Down here, you've got motor oil. You've got windshield washer stuff. There's a little bit of bleach. These are all your cleaner stuff. These are also toss-ins you can throw into the holding tank. All right, just follow the directions. Hand sanitizer, a little oil, some cleaning supplies, your Windex. All right. So that's all that stuff. I showed you all your utensils and everything. Those are in these 3 drawers here. Okay. Showed you the overhead bins. That's where all your cookware is. Those bins, one is empty for your food, paper products, okay? Another empty storage bin for you. You'll find the Winnebago manual up here when I load it in. We'll do that when we do the handover. Okay, really nice little bed up here. The fan doesn't work, but the vent works fine. You just crank it up, as you can see. Sorry, there are a couple non-working things here. We have some old electrical, and we'll get it all going. The bed here, you can see you've got a hard mattress and a soft mattress. They interlock. There's two sloping parts here that interlock, and then that makes it really comfy and really secure. You got a couple windows to get extra ventilation up here. So open them up. Watch your head when you're going up and down. Sorry about the damage here. I knew about that. Both sides here, see, it's all chewed up. So that's not so good. Okay, in order to work, you can see how this overlaps the bed. So in order to work the height of bed, and you can see how this is leaning forward here too, in order to work the bed, you've got to move the driver's seat and passenger seat forward, okay? So you just do that, and then I'll give you a demo of how to work the table. And notice, these are where the passenger seat belts are, not here. They're not on the rearward facing seats, only forward facing seats. And this turns into a bed, and I'll show you. And then note that there are 3 sets of seat belts here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And this turns into a hide bed. And when you do, the seat belts, you'll want them to go down. So I have to show you how you pull them back up too. Okay. So up here, we have 3 sets of sheets. 1, 2, 3, 2 pillowcases each. We have 4 pillows. That's for all the people sleeping up front here, right? That's a single, and a double. So that's what the pillows are for. And then 3 sleeping bags, one for each bed up here. The 4th one is I showed you back there. So that is a whole lot of what's going on inside the chalet. The most important things are to remember that you got to be running the generator, which you run from right here. Now just let's see, here's the hours, and here's the start button. Now just listen, because we're just going to start it up, and it usually takes 3 or 4 tries to get it started. See, you died. So just try it again. Running, but not quite. There you go. Now you can hear it humming. Okay, so now all the electrical outlets will work. You have lots of electrical outlets. They are like up under here, all right? Up under here. Just look around for them and you'll find them. And that's, pretty much how you can run electrical stuff. So pretty cozy. Hopefully everything's good. This is how you turn it off now. You just go over here and you do stop. Okay? And it winds to a stop. Hopefully you could hear that. So that's how that works. Did I show you? Yeah, you have a microwave. That's only going to work when that generator is running. I'm going to turn the water pump off now because I showed you how the water works. Just remember to turn everything off as you go through, okay? Also, I've been told that people are getting their hands pinched in here. Don't put your hand in here when you step out. Maybe put your hand back here or whatever, but watch out because apparently that's dangerous there. All righty. Okay, I'm just going to show you real quick how to do the beds here. First, I'll show you how to do this, the hide-a-bed, sofa bed. You have to move this guy forward. Easiest way is lean that guy forward. Get the seat up out of the way. You're going to have to do the same thing over here on the driver's side, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it now. There. And that enables you to get this locked in so that it's more comfortable for the sleeper. Okay? Alrighty. For the height of bed, you're not going to want to sleep on the seat belt, so they're going to have to go down and then come back up. Okay? We lift up a little, up, and then pull toward me, and it just kind of snapped right back out. And so, boom, you can see that guy popped out. You push these guys down in, okay? You shove them down in. When you're getting ready, to undo this. You get it to this position, and it's easiest to do this with two people. One person goes under, okay, and buckle it together, and then hands up the buckle. 1, 2, 3. And then when we've got all three up, you just lift and push with your hips a little, and then it'll just pop right back down. So there's that. Takes a little bit more time to do the table bed, but it's just as easy to do the table bed. So I'm gonna get these guys out of the way real quick. Get that seat cushion out of the back there, out of the way. Pop that up. Okay. Same over here. Get this out of the way. Pop that up so it's up out of your way. Okay. Down here, there are two things. There's a little button here that you're gonna pull that's gonna release things. Here, we'll pop that loose, and it's gonna release. So you push the little button, and you pop. Okay, whoa! I was trying to show you a little button. There's just a little button here. I'm working with my thumb. You can see that all I did there was lift up and pop down. It swung right down. So you swing this guy up, and you let that down, okay? So there's your platform. You put these two guys in here to the middle, and these two guys here to the ends, okay? Okay, okay. So there you have that, and there you have a little comfy bed. Yay! See, and it seems like it's not long enough, but it is long enough. So there you have that. Okay, now put it back. Get your cushions up out of the way. It's hot in here, guys. This is a hot day today. Okay, your seatbelts have to go up, so go ahead and pull them forward here. Slide this guy back, and then flop it up out of your way. Okay. Same on this side, just flop it up out of your way. Okay. The reverse of the procedure is a little tricky, but not too hard. You pull this guy out, you hold him by the sides, and you flip him up, and he has to go up under that bracket. So if I do that and I can feel that it's tucked both sides, then we know that's what's happening there. Okay? Push our little button in again, swing our leg down till it clicks, and then we shoot the leg. There's just a little socket here to show you. There's a little socket where that leg fits into. Don't know if you can see that or not. But that's it. Flop the cushions down. Get your seat backs into place, and you're all set to go. Okay, got the seat belts, and we got cushions. So we're all set to go here. There we go, happy campers. Okay, and just real quick, let me also show you. Down here is just a little bit. It's where the fuses are. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So there we go. I couldn't tell if I was showing you before, but it shows where everything is, how everything works. But all the fuses are good, and they're spare fuses. I'll show you where they are. Okay. So you just flop this guy up. Here we go, and you just get the washer on there, and you just hand tighten it back down. Just that easy. Okay. And then over here, you're going to want to know what's in there, because everybody does, and it's your speaker. That's all that's in there. Okay. So that's pretty much it for what's inside your Winnebago. Okay, so it's just a regular, car type of front end. Here's your windshield wipers. I'll just turn it on here for you. Fire it up. Lights come on. And there you have it. Windshield wipers. Right? Windshield wipers. Okay. Right? Turn your lights on over here. Knob over here. Those are your lights. Okay. High beam, low beam. You can see the high beam indicator. Okay. And it's got, you know, cruise control. On off on the cruise control. Set, coast, resume. Okay. It's otherwise very regular. Okay, over here, got just a single CD player. It works. Nice air conditioning. It works great. It's a little hot over in the passenger compartment. Don't be surprised about that. Okay, so there you go. That's your whole front end. Here's, oh yeah, there's a little bubble level in here. I just threw that in there for you guys. You can use that to help get yourself leveled. Okay, way important. Always put the stair up before you drive away. Always. When you lock that door, the next thing you want to do is tuck that stair up. You'll be really sad if you don't do that. Cool. Thanks.